My pick, Hernandez submission, round 4.
He took his knees down.
Oh, he's a joker. Look at that.
Wow. Anthony Hernandez. Easy money for massive win in Vegas.
Easy money. Cash that fluffy Hernandez submission round 4, went 10 for 12 and came in the top 10 most profitable YouTube channels for the card. Subscribers continue to cash in, and now UFC 319 is upon us. Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. So buckle up, it looks like it's going to be a bumpy ride.
And the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Got a little turbulence coming up, should be no problem. Just remain in your seat until the sign is turned off. Thank you for your cooperation.
Du Plessis is looking to hold on to the belt against an absolute killer in Chimaev. Pico is making his UFC debut against undefeated title contender Lerone Murphy. Prates looks to make it fight of the night with a KO win over the 11th ranked Neal. Michael Venom Page returns to the octagon to face off against a dangerous Cannonier. Asakura looks to get his first win against UFC veteran Elliott. Brian Battle and Ruziboev promise to be fireworks. Chase Hooper looks to be making it 3 in a row, and Silva attempts to avenge her loss against Barboza. We're at the United Center in Chicago with another episode of Fight IQ with Vaughn. After a couple Ultimate Fighter fights, we kick off the real UFC 319 card with Silva versus Barboza. Barbosa is coming in on short notice to step in for JJ Aldrich. This will be a rematch of their May 2019 fight where Barbosa won via unanimous decision. Silva is the favorite at -235 with a win probability of 70.1%. The win probability calculator has Silva as the favorite at -170 with a true win probability of 63%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Silva to win 80% of the time, either by KO at 30% or by submission at 40%. Silva has a below average fight IQ of 84, while Barbosa's fight IQ is average at 106. When I saw how quickly Barbosa took this fight and seeing how she beat her before, I'm a bit nervous for Silva. She's coming off a loss to a 38-year-old Viviane Araújo, and back-to-back losses puts Karina in the fraud alert status if she isn't already there. I expect Karina to bounce back and secure a decision, and she's the one that actually had a full training camp. But her fight IQ is so low she could gift this to Barbosa. My pick is Silva by decision. Next up, we have a fight of the night contender between Brian Battle and Ruziboev. Battle is on a 2-fight win streak and won 13 of his last 15 fights. Ruziboev is also on a 2-fight win streak, winning 12 of his last 13 fights. Battle is the favorite at -170 with a win probability of 63%. The win probability calculator has Battle as the slight favorite at -103 with a true win probability of 50.6%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Ruziboev to win 60% of the time, 25% via submission. Battle has an above average fight IQ of 135, while Ruziboev's fight IQ is average at 118. I was going back and forth between this fight, but ultimately it was Battle's volume and strength of schedule that swayed me to go against the fight simulator. Ruziboev is used to fighting smaller fighters, but Battle actually has a 1-inch reach advantage, and I just don't think that Ruziboev can hold Battle down. This could go either way as highlighted by the win probability calculator and the fight simulator, but my pick is the American Battle by decision. Next, we have Edson Barboza versus the Gen Xer Cologne Klose. While Barboza is coming off a loss to Lerone Murphy, he has put up 2 fight of the night bonuses and a performance of the night bonus in his last 3 fights. While Klose is coming off a sensational loss against Joel Alvarez, he's had a nice 4-fight win streak prior to that loss. Barboza is the favorite at -170 with a win probability of 63%. The win probability calculator has Klose as the favorite at -120 with a true win probability of 54.6%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Klose to win 75% of the time, 45% via decision. Barboza has an average fight IQ of 112, while Klose's fight IQ is also average at 113. Do I want to root for Barbosa? Of course, he's a legend. But at 39, I feel like his best years are behind him. Klose is a good fighter who probably doesn't get the attention he deserves. This is Klose's fight to win or to lose. Barbosa also has serious durability issues at 40%, and his cardio isn't that great anymore either. His long layoff is also contributing to my pick, which is Klose via decision. Next up should be a fun fight between Chase Hooper and Alexander Hernandez. Hooper is riding a 3-fight win streak, disposing of UFC silver members Jim Miller and Clay Guida in the process. Meanwhile, Hernandez has also been on a 2-fight win streak, taking Hubbard and Hollabaugh to decisions. Hooper is the favorite at -340 with a win probability of 77.3%. The win probability calculator has Hooper as the favorite at -434 with a true win probability of 81.3%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Hooper to win 70% of the time, 30% via decision or submission. Hooper has an above-average fight IQ of 123, while Hernandez's fight IQ is very average at 101. Hooper has really been evolving in this sport, and his hands are starting to catch up with his grappling. Hernandez seems to have peaked long ago, and now he's on the descent portion of his career. He's lost 6 of his last 11, and proficient grapplers have always posed a problem to Hernandez. Hernandez suffers from poor durability and poor cardio. Hooper shouldn't have a problem piercing through Hernandez's 71% takedown defense after he gasses out round 1. My pick is Hooper, round 2, submission. Next up, we have the ladies fighting Lupita Godinez versus Jessica Andrade. Andrade is coming off 2 losses and desperately needs a win, having lost 5 of her last 7 fights. Godinez has been struggling a bit, but she's got back on track with a win over Plessis. Godinez is the favorite at -148 with a win probability of 59.7%. The win probability calculator has Godinez as the favorite at -194 with a true win probability of 66%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Godinez to win 80% of the time, 50% via decision. Godinez has an average fight IQ of 114, while Andrade has an average fight IQ of 105. This could be it for Andrade. If she loses, I could see her laying down her gloves and focusing on her OnlyFans career. Godinez's cardio and relentless wrestling will keep Andrade on her heels or on her back for 3 rounds. Andrade's only path to victory is a KO, and Godinez has never been finished. My pick is Godinez by decision. Next up, we have Michael Oleksiejczuk versus Gerald Meerschaert. Oleksiejczuk was coming off a dismal 5-fight stretch before running into Cedricus dumbass. Meerschaert is coming off a 2-fight losing streak. Oleksiejczuk is the favorite at -218 with a win probability of 68.6%. The win probability calculator has Oleksiejczuk as the favorite at -172 with a true win probability of 63.2%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Oleksiejczuk to win 65% of the time, 60% via KO. Oleksiejczuk has a borderline average fight IQ of 100, while Meerschaert's fight IQ is average at 102. Meerschaert really only has one path to victory, and that's to secure submission. The simulator does give him a 30% chance to do so, but he has to survive Oleksiejczuk's strikes to get there. Oleksiejczuk's moves to Fighting Nerds proved fruitful against Dumas, and I think this will be the beginning of a winning streak for Oleksiejczuk. My pick is Oleksiejczuk via KO. Opening up the main card, we have Tim Elliott versus Kai Asakura. Asakura was Ryzen's champion, but got his ass handed to him by UFC champ Alejandro Pantoja. Asakura is looking to knock Tim Elliott's lights out and redeem himself and Ryzen. He is the favorite at -310 with a win probability of 75.6%. The win probability calculator has Elliott as the marginal favorite at -107 with a true win probability of 51.6%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Elliott to win 65% of the time, 40% via decision. Asakura has an average fight IQ of 113, while Elliott has a borderline below average fight IQ of 99. Elliott is the UFC veteran and he does possess the skills to beat Asakura. Asakura's takedown defense was tested against Pantoja, who was able to secure three takedowns on 7 attempts. Elliott can exploit this weakness and score points and secure rounds. His veteran UFC experience will allow him to control the pace of this fight, and I think that Asakura needs a KO to win. I don't think he's going to win a decision. But I also don't think that he's going to be able to knock Elliott out. My pick is Elliott via decision. Next up, we should have a killer fight between Michael Venom Page and Jared Cannonier. Michael Venom Page has been tearing it up in the UFC, getting wins over Kevin Holland and Shara Magomedov. Jared Cannonier proved everyone age is but a number with his jaw-dropping KO win over Gregory Rodriguez. Page is the favorite at -192 with a win probability of 65.8%. The win probability calculator has Page as the favorite at -142 with a true win probability of 58.7%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Page to win 68% of the time, 40% via decision. MVP has an above average fight IQ of 126, while Cannonier has an average fight IQ of 114. It's not like MVP is much younger than Cannonier, but his length, reach, and awkward timing is going to cause fits for Cannonier. Cannonier will need to be the bully, using his power and strength to his advantage to bully and neutralize MVP's movements and strikes. Cannonier has problems with kickboxers and Muay Thai practitioners, and he does better against boxers and brawlers. MVP has excellent strike defense, opponents only landing 1.78 strikes per minute. This will exhaust Cannonier and allow MVP to put on a masterclass performance. My pick is Michael Venom Page via decision. If you weren't having fun yet, you better buckle up, buckaroo, because it's about to go down. Carlos Prates takes on Jeff Neal in what is guaranteed to be a stand-up war. I really can't see this fight going to the judges as Prates has a 90% finish rate and Neal a 76% finish rate. Someone's getting slapped. Prates is the favorite at -265 with a win probability of 78.6%. The win probability calculator has Prates as the favorite at -185 with a true win probability of 64.9%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Prates to win 65% of the time, 40% via KO. Prates has a below average fight IQ of 96 while Neal has an average fight IQ of 103. Prates' fight IQ is in danger of dropping even further if he can't manage his cardio inside the octagon. He faded against Ian Gary and made bad decisions in the heat of the moment, which I attribute to fatigue. He needs to quit smoking, but homie says he smokes before entering the arena on fight nights. Neal can bang, but this is exactly what Prates wants. He wants to have a Muay Thai fight, not a grappling exchange. He hates being in the clinch, and I think that Neal will oblige him. But Neal also has a path to victory via KO at 20%, and he does throw more volume than Prates. I think Prates should be able to get performance of the night if he manages to get a sensational KO against Neal. My pick is Prates via KO. Following that performance, we have UFC debutant Aaron Pico versus the undefeated Lerone Murphy. Fans have wanted to see Pico in the UFC for years, but here he is facing off against a title contender. Pico is a dangerous man, but Murphy seems to have the answer for everything. Pico is the favorite at -185 with a win probability of 64.9%. The win probability calculator has Murphy as the favorite at -229 with a true win probability of 69.6%. The AI Fight Simulator picks Murphy to win 85% of the time, 45% via decision or 40% via KO. Pico has a gifted fight IQ of 139 while Murphy also has a gifted fight IQ of 140. Watching Pico work is a beautiful thing. He digs the body and he has excellent wrestling. But I've seen it time and time again with Patricio Pitbull, Kai Asakura, and Patchy Mix. These guys come from other organizations and get humbled their first UFC fight. There's something about fighting in your debut fight in the UFC that seems to factor into the outcome of their fights. The lights and the moment is really big, and being in the UFC means you are fighting the best of the best. I really don't know what shape Pico's cardio will be in. I hear he can wrestle all 3 rounds, but he's really never had to do that, only seeing a 3rd round 4 times in his career. Murphy has disposed of who's who recently and is coming in as an underdog, which to me seems like a trap. I'm sticking with the undefeated, tried and true UFC veteran, Lerone Murphy via decision. Last but not least, we have the main event between the champ Dricus du Plessis versus the undefeated contender Khamzat Chimaev. Du Plessis and Chimaev are also both undefeated inside the octagon, and both have had meteoric rise to the top. Although I would have expected Khamzat to have fought for the title earlier. Khamzat is the favorite at -238 with a win probability of 70.4%. The win probability calculator has Chimaev as the favorite at -173 with a true win probability of 63.4%. The AI Fight Simulator picks du Plessis to win 60% of the time, 30% via decision. Chimaev has a gifted fight IQ of 134, while du Plessis has an above average fight IQ of 130. And we all know what Chimaev is going to do. He's going to shoot for that double leg and try to secure the back. Du Plessis has admitted that he's going to get taken down, that he will bounce right back up. It almost feels like Rocky Balboa letting Apollo Creed beat him up and wear himself out by punching him in the face. This is a huge gamble, and Khamzat is super dangerous in the first round. But if du Plessis can survive the first round, things will start to get easier. Chimaev has a compromised immune system after suffering a nasty case of COVID a few years ago. There's no way he's fully recovered from that. His cardio has got to give after round 2, and if DDP is still around, those live odds are going to flip. I think du Plessis survives the first round and proceeds to wear on Khamzat's gas tank until he empties it and goes for the KO. My pick, du Plessis KO round 4. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and you know it, we out!